Well, all year long, we've been bringing you IT stories or IT stories on how information technology dominates our everyday lives.
All right, tonight, computer software designed to make life easier is now running amok from politics to the music biz, calling it the battle of the bots. Like most things, bots aren't inherently bad. They've just garnered a lot of attention for all the wrong reasons, particularly over the past year. So, what exactly are they?
A bot is a small program or app that runs on the internet and does what a human would do, but does it a lot faster and does it repetitively, and you don't have to pay much for it.
Bots are what allows Google to index the web, but they're also what allows scalpers to snap up all the tickets to concerts. It's the 2016 presidential election, though, that's really put bots in the spotlight. At a recent congressional inquiry into Russian interference into the election, Senator Dianne Feinstein described the issue in stark terms.
What we're talking about is the beginning of cyber warfare.
In total, Facebook turned over 3,000 ads to Congress that originated in Russia. Many, like this one operating under the name of the Heart of Texas, sought to exploit anti-Hillary sentiment among those who identified themselves as patriotic. Its ads were paid for by Russian sources.
I think it was very easy. And because they seemed to be extremely realistic, they were very on point in terms of certain issues, and they were absolutely designed for maximum impact.
Twitter is the other active front in the war. This tweet of comedian Aziz Ansari sought to mislead people into thinking they could vote via text message.
For a normal human being, you wouldn't really know that something was being sent to you by a bot. I mean, unless you looked at it and said, this looks like spam. But more and more, these bots are rapid firing things to consumers that look like they're the real deal.
And social media expert Chris Desi says studies have shown a bot can make friends with a real person on social media upwards of 80% of the time. So, what do? Desi says vigilance remains key.
When we see content, we take it with a grain of salt. When we see something going viral, we scratch our heads and we wonder why. When we see somebody's content just getting retweeted arbitrarily and we're like, that doesn't make any sense with what's happening, be an adult, take a step back and say, okay, it's probably a bot. The problem is, not everybody has that sensibility.
There are some encouraging signs. Earlier this year, Ticketmaster launched a verified fan program. Basically, it tries to weed out the bots from real fans by making people register online 2 to 3 weeks before a show they want to buy tickets for.
No one else can use it but you, especially not a bot.
Taylor Swift, John Mayer, Ed Sheeran, and U2 among the megastars hopping on board with the program in an attempt to box out the bots. Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg warned shareholders it would be embarking on a costly campaign to rid the site of fraudulent accounts.
I don't necessarily believe they're unstoppable, but they're difficult to stop. There are people that can do it. It takes time, it takes money, it takes know-how, and it takes the will to do it.
And the experts I spoke to in that story tell us as much as half of all internet traffic comes from bots.